In the second culture, you have a couple of roles to play. I give like 5 levels. You can be a tourist, and you can be an observer, and you can be a participant, and you can be a contributor, and you can be a shareholder. And I always ask my students, ask yourself what kind of role you want to play in the second culture. And that will also guide you through when you are learning how to do these kind of things with a language. And our goal here for Chinese 1 and Chinese 2 until Chinese 4, we really push our students hard to the level at least to be a participant. What is a tourist? I mean, being a tourist is totally okay. So for example, when you go to China, you see so many cars and the air is really bad. And so you say, as a tourist, that the air is so bad. And utterance like that would not get you too far in communications. But if you can start to be an observer, for example, so you observe what are the reasons involved and start to give it some time and absorb them, then the next level is you can start to participate in the discussions so that the words coming from your mouth, they're much more sophisticated. So that the native speakers would have the interest to speak with you. So those are the 5 roles I always encourage students that think about what kind of role you want to play in the second culture. And that would, for the most part, determine your efforts when you are learning a language. It can be applied in many aspects. If today the issue is really about the language itself, for example, the structure is not right, I always ask my students, so what would you react if a foreigner speaks to you with the English like, I go to the park yesterday. What would you react? Think about a sentence like this. His speed is not fluent and he has some grammatical errors. How would you react? You can still react without any difficulties because you understand. But think about that if you have to interact with the person for 30 minutes, what is your maximum? And that would also become the motivation to work on your language forms, that's for sure. Second thing is, that will also give you the opportunity to think about what kind of level, and what the level we're talking about includes cultural competence and language proficiency that want you push yourself to be. But I would say that as long as you put in the efforts, it's always rewarding. And I'm very happy to say that our students, they're usually very good at this regard. They usually find a lot of resources either on campus or the Greater Boston community to interact with the speakers of Chinese.